Hello, kamusta tayong lahat? I praise my Father, Yahweh, Jehovah, for He is righteous, and He is faithful to us. He will never change. His love for us is for all eternity. And He sent Jesus Christ to us to be an example for us to follow. Jesus Christ, He is our leader, our teacher, the branch of righteousness, the high priest, the Messiah, the coming King, Emmanuel, true and faithful to the Almighty Father. And Jesus is also true and faithful to us. And Jesus requires us to be faithful to our Father, to obey the commands of our Father, to be humble, and give our whole being, be submissive to our Holy Father. Mahirap gawin yan, ano? Yung will mo, ibibigay mo kay Almighty Father. Dahil tayong mga tao, may mga kanya-kanya tayong gustong gawin sa buhay. May mga dreams ng mga tao. Pero, yung mga dreams ng mga tao, kung hindi naman yon ang will ng Almighty Father para sa tao, makakasira sa tao yon, yung kanyang dreams. Kaya maraming mga taong na yung mga dreams nila, inaabot nila, as a result, nakakasakit sila ng tao, and at the same time, sinasaktan din nila ang sarili nila. At pag sinasaktan natin ang sarili natin, nasasaktan yung tatay natin, because He is our Creator. Our Father is full of compassion. Whenever we cry, whenever we are sad, depressed, anxious, our Father is also sad. He wants what's best for us. And what is best for us? To believe in Jesus Christ, to have faith in Jesus Christ. Because Jesus, He is the answer of all the things that we want in life. He is the answer. Gusto mo ng pagmamahal? You want love? Jesus Christ, He is the answer. You want loyalty? Jesus Christ is the answer. And Jesus Christ is one with our Father. At kung kaisa ni Jesus Christ, yung tatay natin, tayo rin. Kaisa ni Jesus Christ. And so, magiging kaisa rin tayo ng tatay natin. And I thank the Holy Spirit because He lives in our hearts. We may not see Him, but we know He is with us. Jesus Christ sent us the Holy Spirit to strengthen our faith, to give gifts to us and fruits, and so that we may spread the words of our Father and of Jesus Christ. So last time we finished reading, ako lang ba ang nagbasa second Kings chapter 15 and 16, no? So it's recap. Second Kings chapter 15 is about Azariah na meron siyang leprosy or skin disease. Kaya all throughout his days, mag-isa lang siya, no? nabuhay dahil contagious yung kanyang skin disease. He reigned Judah for 52 years, the longest reigning king of Judah. Si Azariah. And then, ang pumalit sa kanya, si Jotham. Naging king si Jotham. Pero, bago pa siya maging king, ginagawa na niya ang kanyang royal duties dahil yung kanyang father indisposed. Sometimes, pag kailangan talaga ng tulong ng tatay, hihingi ng tulong kay Azariah because he's the king pa rin. Pero naging king formality's sake, no? For formality's sake, naging king si Jotham nung namatay na si Azariah. And then, on the other side, no, sa other kingdom naman, sa kingdom of Judah, marami naman na nagdaan na mga kings. Zechariah, na the last descendant of Yehu to become king of Judah. Si Zechariah, si Shalom, si Menahem, si Pekahiah, and Pekah. Sino pa ba? No? Andito naman sa 2 Kings chapter 16. After ni Jotham, king of Judah, he died and he rested in the city of David. Ang pumalit sa kanya ang kanyang anak si Ahaz. So Ahaz was 20 years old when he became king. Pero iba ang kasalanan ni Ahaz. Yung kasalanan ng mga previous king of Judah, hindi na tinanggal yung mga high places or places of where people worship false gods, yung high places. Pero iba ang kasalanan ni Ahaz. He was wicked. More wicked than his fathers. Yung pagsabing fathers, yung tatay niya, lolo niya, great-grandfather niya, no? Siya ang wicked kasi he did not do what is right in the sight of the Lord. At saka, tinanggal na yung pag-worship kay Molech, pero ibinalik niya. He made his son pass through the fire. So that's abomination. Sarili niyang anak, hinayaan niyang mamatay. He sacrificed to Molech. At saka nagbo-burn siya ng incense on high places. And under every green tree. Hindi niya kinikilala si Almighty Father. And then yung king of Syria, si Rezin, hindi natin alam kung nasa na si ano, no? Si Hazael namatay na. And then si Ben-Hadad. After Ben-Hadad, ang nabanggit na dito si Rezin, king of Syria. And Pekah, the son of Remalai, king of Israel. Gusto nila makipag-war kay King Ahaz. Pero hindi nila matalo yung kingdom of Judah. At that time, Rezin, king of Syria, captured Eloth for Syria and drove men of Judah from Eloth. Kaya itong si King Ahaz, gusto niya ng kakampi lumapit siya sa King of Assyria. Kasi yung King of Syria, inaaway siya, si Rezin. So lumapit siya kay Tiglath-Pileser. Nagpakumbaba siya kay Tiglath-Pileser. Ang Syria, magkaiba sa Assyria. Pero, pareho silang Mesopotamia, under ng Syria, under ng Assyria ang Syria. Mas malaki yung Assyria na ang sakop nun ay Mesopotamia na modern day Iraq. Iba pa rin yung Babylon. Maliit lang yung Babylon. It's only a city. Kaya natalo ng Assyria yung Babylon, no? So, balik na tayo dito. So, si Tiglath-Pileser, also known as Pul. Doon siya lumapit. Kinuha niya yung mga ginto and silver sa treasure, sa temple of the Lord, pati na sa treasury ng king's house, at ibinigay sa King of Assyria para maging kakampi niya. At ang ginawa ni King of Assyria, dahil sa nabigyan ng pera na nasuhulan, he went up against Damascus. At pinatay ang King of Syria na si Rezin. Ngayon, itong si King Ahaz, nakita niya yung altar na nasa Damascus or Padam Aram, no? Doon galing si Abraham. At saka yung Arameans, Aramaic, no? Aram, Padam Aram, no? Doon galing yan. And the king has sent to Urijah the priest the design of the altar. So, nirenovate or iniba ang pagkaka-design ng Temple of the Lord. Nilagyan ng ibang design ni King Ahaz. Hindi siya nag-consult kay Almighty Father. Samantalang nung time ni King Solomon, when the temple was being built, the temple of the Lord, he consulted the Almighty Father kung ano ang ilalagay. Pero itong si King Ahaz, lagay lang ng lagay, iba lang ng iba, ni-renovate niya, iniba niya ang mga pwesto. At yung priest naman, syempre, walang magawa, sumunod sa kanya, si Urijah. Kaya pagbalik ng king, nakita niya yung design, pinauna niya sa kanyang tauhan, ano, sa pagbalik niya ng Jerusalem from Damascus, nakita na yung altar. Iba ng itsura, kaya nagbigay siya ng offering ngayon doon. Sa bagong altar na pinagawa niya, na hindi naman niya tinanong si Almighty Father kung tama ba ang kanyang ginagawa. At ginaya niya yung altar sa Damascus. Alam naman natin, yung Damascus, hindi yun sakop ng Israel. So, ibig sabihin, na corrupt, no? Corrupted na yung altar. Iniba kasi niya. He cut off the panels of the cards, removed the lavers from them. Iniba niya lahat. He took down the sea from the bronze oxen. Tsaka put it on a pavement of stones. Marami siyang iniba. And then he rested his fathers. Ang pabalik sa kanya si Hezekiah. Ngayon dito tayo sa 2 Kings chapter 17. So maraming king na ang nagdaan. King pa rin si King Azariah, no? And then pumalit si Jotham, and then pumalit si King Ahaz. Ngayon dito sa Kingdom of Israel, yung last king ng Kingdom of Israel, itong si Hosea. the last king ng Kingdom of Israel. Pero yung Kingdom of Judah patuloy pa rin, ano? Bakit nag-stop na ang reigning ng mga hari or Kingdom of Israel na wala? Basahin natin 2 Kings chapter 17. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, sa 12 years ng king si Ahaz sa Judah, si Hosea naman, son of Elah, became king of Israel in Samaria. Dahil Samaria, yun ang kanilang capital. And he reigned 9 years. 9 years lang nag-reign si Hosea. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel who were with him, or who were before him. Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against him, and Hosea became his vassal and paid him tribute money. So, nagkasala rin itong si Hosea. So, kung makikita nyo yung listahan ng mga kings ng Kingdom of Israel, lahat sila nagkasala, lahat wickedness ang kanilang ginagawa. Hindi nila sinusunod si Almighty Father. Pero iba naman ang kasalanan niya. No? Hindi niya sinunod yung kasalanan ni Jeroboam ng pag-worship ng calf sa Dan at saka sa Bethel. Iba ang kasalanan niya. Basahin natin kung anong kasalanan niya. Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against him. Di ba si Tiglath-Pileser ang king of Assyria? Dito ngayon si Shalmaneser ang king of Assyria nakalagay. Noong ika-12 year na si Ahaz ay king of Judah. And Hosea became his vassal. Anong ibig sabihin vassal or vassal? Servant ng king of Assyria, ang king of Israel. Slave, subordinate. Hindi ganun ang plano ni Almighty Father sa kanyang mga anak. Si Hosea, pumayag siya na maging subordinate ng king of Assyria and paid him tribute money. And the king of Assyria uncovered a conspiracy by Hosea, for he had sent messengers to show king of Egypt, and brought no tribute to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison. Ngayon, gustong kumalas ni Hosea. Nalaman ng king of Assyria ngayon na gustong kumalas ni Hosea. Hindi siya nagpapadala ng pera or tax sa Assyria or sa king of Assyria. Nalaman niya yon. Therefore, the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison. Ikinulong si Hosea. So, kung kinulong si Hosea, wala ng king ang Israel. Now, the king of Assyria went throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it for 3 years. 3 years niyang ginulo ang Samaria. Itong si Shalmaneser, king of Assyria. Inalaw ni Almighty Father because of the wickedness of the people. Hindi lang naman kasi nagkasala ay ang king, kundi pati na rin yung mga tao dahil sumusunod sila sa king. Wala ba silang sariling desisyon na hindi nila sundin yung kanilang king na wicked? Hindi nila ginagawa. Sinusunod nila yung king. Kung ano yung wicked yung king nila, ganoon din sila. No? Verse 6, in the 9th year of Hosea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away to Assyria. Kinuha yung mga tao. Carried Israel away to Assyria. Kinuha, dinala sa Assyria yung mga tao. And placed them in Hala and by the Habor, the river of Gozan, and in the cities of Medes. Doon nila inilagay ang mga tao, ang mga children of Israel. For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord. Dahil nagkasala ang mga children of Israel kay Almighty Father. Kaya inalaw ni Almighty Father na kunin sila ng kalaban. who had brought them up out of the land of Egypt, from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and they had feared other gods. Sinave ni Almighty Father ang mga children of Israel from Egypt, under the hand of Pharaoh. Pero, anong ginawa ng children of Israel? They feared other gods. Hindi nila inacknowledge Almighty Father. Hindi sila natakot kay Almighty Father. Although they have seen, or they had seen the miracles, the mighty works of the Almighty Father, hindi sila natakot. Stubborn people, blind people. Hanggang ngayon, may mga taong ganon, blinded by the things of this world ang mga tao. Kaya, di sa mundo natin ngayon, lahat corrupt. Ang government corrupt, lahat. Kahit anong country, corrupt. Verse 8. And had walked in the statutes of the nations, whom the Lord had cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel, which they had made. Also the children of Israel secretly did against the Lord their God things that were not right. Secretly, may ginawa ang mga children of Israel na hindi tama kay Almighty Father. And they built for themselves high places in all their cities, from watchtower to fortified city. Gumawa sila ng mga places for pagan worship. Hindi nila hinihingi ang advice ni Almighty Father, or yung hindi sila humihingi ng tulong kay Almighty Father. Almighty Father, tama ba ang gagawin namin? Hindi nila kinakausap si Almighty Father. Instead, ang kinakausap nila yung kanilang mga false gods. Kaya galit si Almighty Father. Di ba ang unang-unang commandment sa 10 Commandments, love the Lord your God? Ano nga yung first commandment? You shall have no other gods before me. Nasa Exodus chapter 20. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. Walang ibang gagawing Diyos, kundi si Almighty Father lang. No other gods before me. Pero hindi sinunod ng mga tao kahit na nasa kanila yung testament or law. Hindi nila pinapansin. Tuloy natin na. They set up for themselves sacred pillars and wooden images on every high hill and under every green tree. Aside from the high places, gumawa rin sila ng sacred pillars and wooden images. Pag sinasabing sacred pillars, alam niyo ba yung totem poles? Yung, ano bang itsura na hindi ko ma-explain. Totem poles. Gino-Diyos ng mga tao, yun yung sinasamba. Monumental sculpture. Parang ganon, ano? Mga sculpture na inilalagay nila sa magagandang lugar, tapos wino-worship yun ng mga tao. Ina-acknowledge nila, ino-honor nila. So, pag napapadaan sila sa lugar kung saan nandun ang kanilang sacred pillars at ang kanilang mga wooden images, humihinto sila at nagsasamba sila. On every high hill and under every green tree. Si Asherah, Astarte, Ishtar, Easter. Under every green tree, malapit na naman. Kukuha na naman kayo ng green tree, no? Lalagay niyo na naman sa bahay ninyo, hindi niyo naiintindihan kung bakit kayo may green tree, bakit kayo may green tree. Hindi yan associated kay Jesus. Verse 11, then they burned incense on all the high places. At hindi lang sila nag-serve sa mga kahoy. Kahoy kasi yun no? Sinaserve nila. Nagbibigay sila ng mga pagkain sa kahoy. Hindi naman gumagalaw, nagsasalita. Ano pag ginagawa na? They burned incense on all the high places. Ngayon yung mga tao nagsisindi ng kandila. Ba't nyo sinisindihan ng kandila yung kahoy? Bakit nyo binibigyan ng importansya or sinisindihan ng kandila yung mga korting tao? Bakit? Anong meron doon? Bakit nyo sinisindihan ng kandila? Paki-explain. Bakit nag-offer kayo ng incense? Bakit minsan makikita may pagkain? Wina-worship nyo. Ina-acknowledge nyo. Bine-venerate nyo. Ina-honor nyo. Galit si Almighty Father. Hindi nyo alam. Kasanayan na ninyo. Gaya ng mga children of Israel na kasanayan na nila. At kaya sila ay pinarusahan ni Almighty Father. There they burned incense on all the high places, like the nations whom the Lord had carried away before them, and they did wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger. Gusto nilang magalit si Almighty Father. Alam nilang mali. Alam naman ninyong mali, di ba? Di ba ninyo alam na mali? Nakasanayan na ninyo. Sino nag-utos sa inyo? Utos ng religious leader ninyo. Kung utos ng religious leader ninyo, mali yung religious leader ninyo. Hindi nagbabasa ng Bible. Ang gusto niyang basahin ng religious leader ninyo ay yung mga ginawa ng council. No? Alam niyo ba yung council? Hindi niyo alam. Grupo yun ng mga tao na nag-brainstorming sila. Hindi nila inask. They did not ask the Almighty Father of their plans on what to do. Hindi sila nagtanong. Sarili lang nila. Nagdesisyon sila. Bakit sila nagdesisyon ng ganon? Kasi nung time na yon, nung Roman Empire, gusto nila maging powerful yung empire nila. Kaya lahat ng religion, pinagsama-sama nila, kinumpress nila, gumawa sila ng isang religion, nakuha sa iba't ibang religion, no, na paganism. Hindi nyo matanggap, no? Pero yun ang totoo. Kung gusto nyo aralin ninyo, i-check ninyo. Magbasa kayo ng Bible. I-check ninyo yung history. Kung talagang si Almighty Father ang mahal ninyo, si Jesus Christ ang mahal ninyo, hindi na nyo pa pag-aaksayahan ng panahon na tawagin ang ibang mga pangalan ng mga tao na namatay na. Kung talagang mahal ninyo si Almighty Father, i-boost natin ang ating time and effort and our love to Jesus Christ and to our Holy Father Yahweh. Kanta kayo ng kanta ng Heal Our Land, pero patuloy na gumagawa ng kasalanan ng tao. Paano may heal ang land? Paano aayusin ni Almighty Father? Hindi tayo tumatawag kay Almighty Father. Ang tinatawag ninyo, sino ba pangalan nun? Si Miriam. Si Miriam yung tawag niyo. Si Marian. Mas sikat pa sa inyo si Marian, kaysa kay Almighty Father, kaysa kay Jesus. Bakit? Parang sa Old Covenant, sinong tinatawag nila? Canaanite goddess, Asherah, Astarte, Ishtar, Easter, the Queen of Heaven. So hanggang ngayon, wino-worship ng mga tao ang Canaanite goddess, ang Canaanite deity na si Asherah. Iniba lang ang pangalan. Pero yung fertility goddess, pag nagsa-celebrate kayo ng Easter niya, may Easter egg, merong Easter bunny, no? Inakwento rin natin, no, kung ba't may Easter bunny kayo. Kasi for fertility yon. Dahil yung rabbit, mabilis silang dumami. Tsaka yung itlog, ibig sabihin nun, egg, no? Fertility. Ha? Hindi yun konektado kay Jesus Christ. That's pagan practice. Even the word Easter. Verse 12. For they served idols, of which the Lord had said to them, you shall not do this thing. Sabi ni Almighty Father, huwag ninyong paglingkuran ang mga idols. Gawa sa semento, gawa sa bato, kahit gawa sa ginto, gawa sa silver, gawa sa bronze. Kahit ano pang material, merong gawa sa plastic, no? Hinahalikan pa ninyo. Verse 13, yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all of his prophets. Every seer nagtestify na against Israel and against Judah. Si Almighty Father, He relayed it to His prophets. Every seer, sinasabi dito, saying, turn from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants, the prophets. Ipinadala niya ang kanyang mga prophets to teach people, to warn people, to relay the message to the people. Pero anong ginawa ng mga tao? Disobedient, stubborn. Kaya nakalagay ito sa verse 14. Nevertheless, they would not hear, ayaw pakinggan ng mga tao, ang mga prophets, ang mga seers, tungkol sa salita ng Diyos. Ayaw pakinggan ng mga tao noon at hanggang ngayon. But stiffen their necks. Ano ibig sabihin stiffen their necks? Mayabang, egoistic, nakaganon lang. Hindi, gagawin namin ang gusto namin gawin. Parang mga mga kontrabida sa movie. Hindi, yung nakataas yung neck. Stiffen their necks, like the necks of their fathers who did not believe in the Lord their God. Arrogant people, haughty. Marami ng proof. Nandito na sa Bible. And up to now, ayaw niyong pakinggan. Verse 15, and they rejected His statutes, nireject ng mga tao, yung kautusan ni Almighty Father, and His covenant that He had made with their fathers, and His testimonies which He had testified against them. They followed idols, became idolaters, and went after the nations who were all around them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them. Anong ginawa ng mga tao? Ginaya ang ibang nation. Sumamba sa mga idols, idolatry. Ginagaya ang ibang country. Hindi ba? Itong sikat ngayon eh. Dito, kung anong sikat, di ba? Ginagaya ang ibang country or nation. Kung sino ang sinasamba nila, sasamba rin kami doon. Di ba ganun ang ginagawa ninyo? Ha? Hindi, yun ang kanilang religion. Dapat irespeto natin. Pero hindi nyo nire-respeto si Almighty Father. So, paano irerespeto kayo kung hindi nyo nire-respeto si Almighty Father? Yung gumawa ng mundo na to, yung gumawa sa ating lahat. Huwag nating gayahin yung ibang mga tao, yung ibang mga nations. Verse 16, so they left all the commandments of the Lord their God and made for themselves a molded image and 2 calves, made a wooden image and worshipped all the host of heaven and served Baal. Nakita ninyo? Worshipped all the host of heaven. Ano ibig sabihin itong worshipped all the host of heaven? Gumawa ng molded image. Ano pang ginawa na? Yung image ng calves, sinamba. Yung wooden image. Marami kayong wooden image. Kahit gawa yan sa Nara, Acacia, Agarwood. Kahit gawa pa yun sa Agarwood. And worshipped all the host of heaven. Ano yung host of heaven? Kung yung mga ninuno nyo nasa heaven na, sinamba ninyo. Worshipped all the host of heaven. Hindi natin dapat i-worship ang mga host of heaven dahil sila mga servant din sila. Yung mga sinasabi nyong saints, no? Kunyari, nasa heaven nga sila, no? So sila ay mga host of heaven. Kung nasa heaven sila, sinasamba ninyo? Si Peter nasa heaven, si John, si yung mga 12 apostles, nasa heaven sila. Si Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, si Elijah, si Elisha, yung mga prophets ni Almighty Father. Pero, servants sila doon sa heaven din. Kaya hindi dapat sila i-worship. Kaya dito nakalagay, and worship all the host of heaven and serve Baal. Hindi dapat i-worship. Kahit ang mga angels, hindi dapat i-worship. Wino-worship yung angel, di ba nakakakita lang kayo ng angel? Ay, angel yan. Tapos anong gagawin ninyo? Pinupunasan nyo yung angel ng panyo ninyo. Wala namang pakpak ang mga angels, ha? Bakit nyo pinupunasan yung mga may pakpak na mga angels? Walang wings sa mga angels. Ang galing ang notion na may wings sa mga angels. Wala sa Bible na may wings sa mga angels. Saan galing yon? Sino nag-invento nun? Galing yon sa mga tradition ninyo. And they caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire, practiced witchcraft and soothsaying, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke Him to anger. May mga tao naman, they caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire. May mga tao na may mga country, no, they allow abortion. Buhay na yun eh. Pinapatay pa. Ngayon, pag inabort yun, no, ini-incinerate yun. So, yung mga nandito sa Bible, up to now, ginagawa ng mga tao. Pati yung IUD, no? Ha? Yung IUD, alam yung IUD? Para sa, ano yun eh, contraceptive yun eh, IUD. Nakakasira yung katawan ng tao. Ng babae. At meron yung metal brass para nagre-react yun pag pumasok yung sperm cell. Nagre-react yun eh. Bumabagal yung daloy ng sperm cell. No? Tinanong ko sa yung pala yun, kaya pala may bakal na metal na brass ba yun? Or bronze? Basta may metal na maliit na nandun na naka-coil. Merong reaction sa katawan ng babae yun. Kaya nagkakasakit yung mga babae. Practiced witchcraft. Chanting. Nag-chant ba kayo? Minsan may hawak-hawak kayo, no? May hawak-hawak kayo eh. Lahat ng religion meron ganon. May hawak-hawak na beads. Tapos paulit-ulit kayo nagdadasal habang kung saan-saan kayo nagpupunta, nagdadasal kayo ng ganon. Gawa sa plastic, no? Tapos hahalikan ninyo. Gawa sa kahoy. Tapos hahalikan ninyo. Lahat ng religion meron ganon, nakita ko. May beads na hawak. I-check nyo. Lahat ng religion. May ganon. Soothsaying. Humingi ng tulong sa mga taong patay na. Necromancy. Humingi ng tulong sa devil. Hindi naman devil yun eh. Ano yun? Hindi siya devil. Sabihin niyo. Angel yun, angel. Angel, hindi gano'n ng angel. Hindi gano'n ng angel ni Almighty Father na nagbibigay ng message. Hindi gano'n ng angel ni Almighty Father. Ibang angel yung kausap ninyo. Kung kayo ay soothsayer. Fallen angel yung kausap ninyo. Tapos tumitingin kayo sa tubig, no? Or sa tasa. Parang may ganun eh, no? Tumitingin kayo sa tubig o sa tasa. Tumitingin kayo sa may bolang kristal, gano'n. May nakikita ako sa kristal na ito. Mga gano'n. Iba-ibang mga gamit, gano'n. Mga baraha. Anong tawag doon? Sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke Him to anger. Ibinenta ang sarili. Gumawa ng kasamaan para magalit si Almighty Father. Therefore, the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them from His sight. Sa sobrang galit ni Almighty Father, tinanggal niya ang Israel sa kanyang promised land. Dinala ni Shalmaneser sa Assyria. Inalaw ni Almighty Father. There was none left but the tribe of Judah alone. Natira na lang yung tribe of Judah. Lahat ng mga tao, yung tribe of Reuben, Gad, Manasseh, Naphtali, Dan, Issachar, Asher. Sino pa ba yun? Ephraim. Nawala lahat. Dinala sa Assyria. Sino lang ang natira sa lupain? Through Judah, tribe of Judah. Also, may kasalanan din ang Judah. Also, Judah did not keep the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes of Israel, which they made. And the Lord rejected all the descendants of Israel, afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of plunderers, until He had cast them from His sight. Ano ang ginawa ni Judah? Ginaya niya ang kasalanan ng Israel. Meron ding mga foreign gods or false gods sila. Ohola and Oholiba. Harlotry. Ibinenta ang sarili. They sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord. That's harlotry. ginaya ng Judah or Kingdom of Judah, ang Kingdom of Israel. And the Lord rejected all the descendants of Israel, afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of plunderers, until he had cast them from his sight. He tore Israel from the house of David. Tinanggal niya yung Israel from the house of David. Inihiwalay niya, diba? And they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. Then Jeroboam drove Israel from following the Lord and made them commit a great sin. Dahil kay Jeroboam, inihiwalay ni Almighty Father yung Israel sa house of David. Ngayon, si Jeroboam naman, gumawa siya ng 2 calves. One in Dan and one in Bethel. Drove Israel from following the Lord and made them commit a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which he did. Lahat ginaya ang gawi or ang ways ni Jeroboam. They did not depart from them. That's tradition. No? Sasabihin ng mga tao, hindi, tradition natin to kasi nahiwalay na ang Israel sa Judah. Ngayon, si King Jeroboam ngayon, gumawa siya ng dalawang calves, isa sa Dan, isa sa Bethel. Ganun ang ginawa ni Jeroboam, kaya tayo ganun na rin, tradition na natin yon. At gumawa ng sariling date para celebrate yung kanilang tradition. Same as the date of Sukkoth Day. Verse 23. Until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets, so Israel was carried away from their own land to Assyria, as it is to this day. No? So, ibig sabihin, yung Israel, or children of Israel, kumalat na sa buong mundo. So, kaya nga tayo ngayon, no? Hindi na natin malaman kung ang lahi natin kasi nga halo-halo na tayo. Pero, iisa lang naman talaga ang pinanggalingan natin. Si Almighty Father. Verse 24, Then the king of Assyria brought people from Babylon, Cutha, Ava, Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of children of Israel, and they took possession of Samaria and dwelt in its cities. Anong ginawa? Anong ginawa ng king of Assyria, ni Shalmaneser? Tinanggal niya yung children of God sa Israel. Anong ginawa niya? Pinalit niya ngayon yung mga tao sa Babylon. Dinala niya ngayon sa lupain ng Kingdom of Israel. Wala nang Kingdom of Israel. So, sino na ang tumira? Kasi nga, yung lupa, wala nang nakatira. So, yung mga tao, kinuha ni King ng Assyria, tao sa Babylon, tao sa Cutha, sa Ava, sa Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria, instead of the children of Israel, and they took possession of Samaria and dwelt in its cities. So, sila yung mga Samaritans. Kaya nga, yung mga Samaritans sa time ni Jesus Christ, hindi na sila pure yung tingin ng mga tao sa kanila na sila ay madumi. Kasi nga, halo-halo na yung mga Samaritans or people in Samaria. So, alam na natin kung ba't nagkaroon ng Samaritans, no? Verse 25, And so it was so, at the beginning of their dwelling there, they did not fear the Lord, therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which killed them. Nung una, hindi takot. Nung una, hindi takot ang mga bagong salta ng mga tao sa land ng Kingdom of Israel. Hindi sila takot kay Almighty Father. Pero, para matakot sila si Almighty Father, nagpadala ng mga lions, which killed some of them. Lions. Pinadala ni Almighty Father. Lions. May S. Hindi lang isang lion. Lions. Which killed some of them. No? So, ang dami nun. Kasi hindi malalagay sa Bible ito na lion na madami. Kung hindi yun, madami. Ang lalaki pa naman ng mga lion. Verse 26, so they spoke to the king of Assyria, saying, the nations whom you have removed and placed in the cities of Samaria do not know the rituals of the God of the land. Therefore, he has sent lions among them, and indeed they are killing them, because they do not know the rituals of the God of the land. So, yung mga tao lumapit sa king of Assyria, hindi namin kasi alam kung ano yung tradition doon. Kasi, nagpadala yung God of the land or God of Israel ng mga lions. Hindi namin alam kung paano hindi siya magalit. No? So, alam ng mga tao na padala ni Almighty Father yung mga lions. Alam ng mga bagong salta sa lugar ng Kingdom of Israel. Kasi hindi sila magreklamo ng gato sa King of Assyria kung hindi madaming lions yung dumating. Sobrang daming lions. Hindi nila alam kung saan sila magtatago. Dahil naman yung mga bahay naman noon, hindi naman talaga sturdy, no? Or matigas, or matibay. No? Ang daming angger. Ang daming lions na dumating. Verse 27, the king of Assyria commanded, saying, send there one of the priests whom you brought from there. Let him go and dwell there, and let him teach them the rituals of the God of the land. Ibalik ninyo ang isang priest na galing sa land or sa Kingdom of Israel. Ibalik natin. No? Ibalik natin dyan sa Kingdom of Israel para turuan kayo kung ano ang gagawin. Para hindi magalit si Almighty Father. Dahil alam nila na ang may-ari ng lupa ay si Almighty Father. Na sila ay bagong salta, hindi kanila ang lupa na yon. Verse 20, then one of the priests whom they had carried away from Samaria came and dwelt in Bethel and taught them how they should fear the Lord. So tinuruan, merong isang priest, no? Galing sa Samaria na tumira sa Bethel. Galing sa Assyria, from Samaria, dinala sa Assyria. Ngayon, nung nasa Assyria na siya, ibinalik siya, dinala siya sa Bethel. Ngayon, tinuruan yung mga tao or yung mga bagong salta na tao na galing sa Babylon, sa, ano ba nga yun? Galing sa Babylon, Cutha, Ava, Hamath, and Sepharvaim, kung paano i-worship si Almighty Father. Verse 29. However, every nation continued to make gods of its own, and put them in shrines on the high places, which the Samaritans had made. So, dito una nabanggit, Samaritans. Every nation in the cities where they dwelt. So kahit na they worship the Almighty Father, they acknowledge the power of the Creator of heaven and earth, meron pa rin silang wino-worship na kanilang mga gods and goddesses na mga idols. Gumagawa pa rin sila. The men of Babylon made Succoth-Benoth. The men of Cuth make Nengal or Nergal. The men of Hamath made Ashima, and the Avites made Nebak and Tartak. And the Sepharvaites burned their children in fire to Adramelech and Anamelech, the gods of Sepharvaim. Iba-iba sila ng Diyos. Kahit na alam nila na si Almighty Father ang may-ari, so ina-acknowledge na si Almighty Father as God. Pero, meron din silang ina-acknowledge na iba pa. Yung mga tao sa Babylon galing, meron silang Diyos. Ang pangalan ng Diyos nila ay si Succoth-Benoth. No? From Babylon to. Deity siya. Ang pangalan niya ay Booths of Daughters or Tabernacles of Girls. Some scholars also link the term to the practice of ritual prostitution in booths. Kadumihan. Ngayon, ito namang men of Koth, meron naman silang sinasamba si Nergal. Sino naman si Nergal? Si Nergal naman ay isang god of death, destruction, war, and plague. God of the, or king of the underworld. Nakakatakot naman ng sinasamba nila. Ito namang Hamath or Hamath, ang sinasamba naman nila na gumawa sila ng, lagi silang merong idols, no? Or wooden image. Ito namang si Ashima. Deity rin. Na sinasamba. Identified as a hairless goat god associated with fertility. Bakit mahilig sila sa fertility? Yung mga tao nun mahilig sila sa fertility. Ba't ganon? Ito namang god ng mga Avites. Sinibaz and Tartak. May idol din syempre, no? Sinibaz ay isang aso at si Tartak naman ay isang as. Ngayon itong Sepharvaites naman, they burned their children in fire to Adremelech and Anamelech, the god of Sepharvaim. Nakita niyo burn. Di ba ang sinusunog nila ang kanilang anak sa mga Israelites o children of Israel? Ang binaburn nila ni Molech kay Molech, di ba? Katunog Adremelech and Anamelech. Ba't ganon? Binaburn yung mga children. So noon pa man, may gato ng tradisyon ng mga tao. Child sacrifice. Representing the sun and the moon. Yung mga tao ngayon, para lang gumanda ang buhay nila, ang ginagawa nila sa ibang country, no? They allow abortion. Hindi kasi marami akong gagawin sa buhay, marami akong plano sa buhay. Kung ganun ang gagawin, bakit hindi na lang, wag na lang gawin ang premarital sex para hindi sila gawa pa ng dagdag na kasalanan? Ba't ganun ang tao? Imbis na turuan ng mga tao na don't do premarital sex, ang ginagawa nila, nag-a-abort sila ng baby nila. Bakit ganon? So, ang mga tao, sinasamba nila ang kanilang sarili, ang kanilang lust of the flesh. Inuuna nila kaysa kay Almighty Father. So, that's idolatry also. Mas minamahal mo ang sarili mo kaysa kay Almighty Father. Sinisira mo ang temple of the Almighty Father, yung katawan natin, temple of the Holy Spirit. Verse 32, so they feared the Lord, and from every class they appointed for themselves priests of the high places who sacrificed for them in the shrines of the high places. So, nagkahalo na. Takot sila kay Almighty Father, pero meron din silang sinasamba na mga foreign gods or false gods. So that's paganism. Hindi, imbis na kay Almighty Father lang sila mag-worship, nag-worship na sila ng iba pa na nilang false gods. Verse 33, they feared the Lord, yet served their own gods, according to the rituals of the nations from among whom they were carried away. Sounds familiar? Ganun ang mga tao ngayon. Takot kay Almighty Father ang mga tao. Pero, meron kayong mga sinasamba na mga saints. Meron kayong sinasamba ng mga religious leader ninyo. Pero takot kayo kay Almighty Father. Pero may sinasamba kayo ng mga saints. Ano kayo? Ano kami may tawag, devotee kami ni Marian. Devotee kami. So you're not loyal to the Almighty Father. Kung devotee ka ni Marian, hindi ka kay Almighty Father. Kay Marian ka. Doon ka devotee eh. So tingin mo, yung soul mo, saan mapupunta? Kung devotee ka ni Peter, saan napupunta ang soul mo? Kahit pa servant si Peter ni Jesus Christ, kahit pa siya ay isang apostle, kung si Peter ang pinaglilingkuran mo at sinasamba mo at hinahalikan mo yung statue ni Peter, si Peter ba talaga yon? Hindi ka mapupunta sa heaven. Dahil ang Diyos, si Jesus Christ, si Almighty Father, sila lang ang Diyos. Wala nang iba pa. Yung mga tao na nandito, namatay, nasa heaven na, hindi na kailangan pang sambahin, hindi pa kailangan dasalan, hindi baka makatulong. Anong makatulong? Marami bang ginawang miracle yon? Yung mga si Peter, si Paul, si John, marami ba silang ginawang miracle? Kung may miracle man sila, higit na mas madaming miracle ginawa si Jesus Christ. Anong miracle ang ginawa ni Almighty Father? Ginawa niya tayo. Ginawa niya ang mundo na to. Bakit hindi si Almighty Father si Jesus Christ? Hindi ko maintindihan sa tao. Nakakalungkot. Sa tingin ninyo masaya si Almighty Father sa ginagawa ninyo? Kung noon mangyayari ulit, no? At the last days, magkakaalaman tayo. Malalaman ninyo. Aantayin pa ba ninyo? Verse 34, to this day, they continue practicing the former rituals. They do not fear the Lord. Kasi kung talagang takot kayo kay Almighty Father, hindi na ninyo pa sasambahin yung ibang mga tao. Hindi na ninyo sasambahin pa yung mga religious leader. Paulit-ulit na lang tayo. Sino ba kausap ko? Sino ba kausap ko? Mag-isa lang ako nagsasalita mga nanonood sa akin. Nagtitiwala ako kay Almighty Father. I trust Him. Meron taong dapat na makaalam nito or makarinig. Kaya si Almighty Father pinapasabi to, pinapabasa sa atin ng Bible. Basahin nyo yung Bible on your own and you will know the truth. Ulit natin verse 34. To this day they continue practicing the former rituals. They do not fear the Lord, nor do they follow their statutes or their ordinances or the law and commandment which the Lord had commanded the children of Jacob, whom He called Israel, with whom the Lord had made a covenant and charged them, saying, you shall not fear other gods. Huwag niyong katakutan ng ibang mga Diyos-Diyosan, nor bow down to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice to them. Nagsasacrifice kayo, nagbibigay kayo ng bulaklak, diba? Binibigyan niyo ng bulaklak eh. Bibigyan nyo ng kandila. Sinasabitan na nyo ng sampagita. Hindi nyo ba sinasamba yun? Pag sinasabitan nyo sampagita, hindi, ino-honor. Bakit ino-honor ninyo? Hindi kayo takot kay Almighty Father. Kaya ngayon, damay-damay tayo. Sira ang mundo. But the Lord who brought you up but the Lord who brought you up from the land of Egypt with great power and an outstretched arm, him you shall fear, him you shall worship, and to him you shall offer sacrifice. Anong sacrifice ang gusto ni Almighty Father? Hindi pera ang gusto ni Almighty Father. Tayo ang living sacrifice. Isa-sacrifice natin yung mga gusto natin. Iunahin natin si Almighty Father. Siya ang ating priority. Hindi naiintindihan ng tao. Hindi ko maintindihan. Ba't di maintindihan ng tao? Verse 37. And the statutes and ordinances, the law and the commandment, which he wrote for you, you shall be careful to observe forever. Observe forever. Forever. May forever kay Almighty Father. You shall be careful to observe forever. Yung pag-worship ng mga foreign idols or idolatry, hindi dapat ginagawa yun. Nakalagay dito, you shall be careful to observe forever. Iniiba nyo kasi iniiba ninyo yung religious leader ninyo o yung gumawa ng religion ninyo, iniba, no? Iniba nila. Hindi sila nagtanong kay Almighty Father. Iniba nila. You shall not fear other gods. Hindi ka dapat matakot sa kahit sino man. Sino kakatakutan natin? Si Almighty Father, si Jesus Christ. Pwede tayong maitapon sa impyerno yung kaluluwa natin ni Almighty Father tsaka ni Jesus Christ. Bakit hindi ninyo maintindihan? And the covenant that I have made with you, you shall not forget, nor shall you fear other gods. Huwag yung kalimutan. Sabi ni Almighty Father. Huwag kalimutan, paulit-ulit nakalagay dito sa Bible. Huwag kalimutan. Nor shall you fear other gods. Inulit na naman, huwag kayong matakot. Dahil si Almighty Father, He is powerful, He is holy, He is just, He loves us so much. Hindi maintindihan ng tao. At pag sinasabi sa inyo, gusto yung takpan nyo yung mata, gusto yung takpan yung tenga, ayaw nyo marinig, no? Kaya ayaw nyo manood Ayaw nyo marinig. Nasasaktan kayo. Ba't kayo masasaktan? Ilang beses natin sinasaktan si Almighty Father. But the Lord your God you shall fear, and He will deliver you from the hand of all your enemies. Lahat ng mga kalaban natin, mga galit sa atin, paprotektahan tayo ni Almighty Father. Kung meron lang tayo takot sa tatay natin. Kung i-honor natin ang tatay natin, kung pakikinggan natin siya, kung magiging obedient tayo, kung magiging submissive tayo sa tatay natin. Verse 40, however, they did not obey, but they followed their former rituals. Anong ginawa ninyo? Hindi kayo obedient. Ginawa pa rin ninyo ang gusto yung gawin. Gumawa pa rin kayo ng gumawa ng mga kahoy na korteng tao. Hindi nyo alam kung sinong... Tapos yung gumagawa ng tao na yon, pagkakaperahan ko to, gagawin ko na maganda to, yan, pera to Hindi ganon si Almighty Father, hindi ganon si Jesus Christ. Verse 41, so these nations feared the Lord, yet served their carved images. Also their children and their children's children have continued doing as their fathers did, even to this day. Nangyayari. Ha? So these nations feared the Lord, yet served their carved images. In-incorporate nyo si Jesus Christ at si Almighty Father. Yung faith ninyo, in-incorporate ninyo, isinama ninyo doon yung mga pagan tradition ninyo. Yung mga idolatry ninyo, yung gawa sa kahoy. Nandito sa Bible, alam ni Almighty Father. Bago pa man ninyo gawin, alam na agad ni Almighty Father. Stubborn people. At dahil doon, sa katigasan ng ulo ng mga tao, sila ay mamamatay. Pag sinabing mamamatay, yung soul mapupunta sa eternal damnation, sa Sheol, sa impyerno. Dahil disobedient. Ilang beses na tayong binibigyan ng warning, ilang beses, nakasulat na nga sa 10 Commandments, hindi pa maintindihan. Iniba nyo kasi yung 10 Commandments, no? Ha? Iniba nyo yung 10 Commandments kasi baka may masaktan na iba. Ibahin natin yung 10 Commandments, tanggalin natin yung thou shall not make any idols. Tinanggal ninyo. Kahit tanggalin ninyo, hindi pa rin matatanggal ang katotohanan na ayaw ni Almighty Father ng idols. Ayaw ni Almighty Father na may ibang wini-worship. Ang dapat lang na i-worship si Almighty Father, si Jesus Christ. And they want to be worshipped in spirit and in truth. Our Father, He is faithful to us, and we must be faithful to Him. He loves us so much, and so we must love Him. He respects us, and so we must respect Him. Give to our Father what is due Him, what is due Him. Love, respect, and to obey Him. To obey His commands, His statutes, His ordinances. To acknowledge Jesus Christ. Yun ang sabi ng tatay natin, acknowledge Jesus Christ, listen to Jesus Christ. He is Emmanuel, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Hindi maintindihan ng tao. Mas gustong i-worship si Marian. Marian ba pangalan nun? Ha? Gusto i-worship si Peter. Nakalagay sa Bible, sabi ni Peter, sabi ni Paul, no? Sino ba yung kasama ni Paul doon? Si Barnabas? No, si Barnabas. Paul and Barnabas. Paul and Barnabas are called gods, then stoned. The people saw that what Paul did, they called with loud voices in the language of the people of Lycaonia, no? Dito sa yung New King James Version. Tulog yung tiyan ko. Sinisikmura yata ako. Acts chapter 14 verse 11 to 13. The people saw what Paul did. They called with loud voices in the language of the people of Lycaonia, the gods have become like men and have come down to us. Sabi ng mga tao, bumaba ang mga Diyos, naging parang tao. They said that Barnabas was Jupiter. Paul was called Mercury because he spoke more than Barnabas. Tinawag na Mercury si Paul. Si Barnabas naman tinawag na Jupiter. The god of Jupiter was in a building near the gate leading into the city. The religious leader of that place brought cattle and flowers to the gate. He and many other people wanted to burn this as gifts in an act of worship to Paul and Barnabas. Gustong i-worship si Paul at saka si Barnabas. When Paul and Barnabas heard this, they ran among the people. They tore their clothes and cried out, "Why are you doing this? We are only men with feelings like you. We preach the good news that you should turn from these empty things to the living God." Tinan nyo, tinawag na empty things yung mga idols. At sinabi ni Paul at Barnabas na bakit nyo kami sinasamba? Hindi kami dapat sambayan. Sinira lang David kasi nalungkot sila, nagmourn sila. Dahil sila ay nagpipreach ng good news, isinshare nila yung good news, ang gospel na si Jesus dumating na, masisave na tayo. Hindi na tayo mamatay, yun ang good news. Meron na tayong mediator, that's the good news. Pero nang ginawa, sinamba si Paul at saka si Barnabas. Sabi dito, "We are the only men with feelings like you." Tao rin kaming gaya ninyo, sabi ni Paul. "We preach the good news that you should turn from these empty things to the living God. He made the heavens and the earth and the sea and everything in them. Long ago, He allowed all people to live the way they wanted to. Even then, God did not leave you without something to see of Him. He did good. He gave you rain from heaven and much food. He made you happy." Ito ang ginawa ni Almighty Father, lahat. Ibinigay, pinasaya kayo. Ibinigyan kayo ng pagkain, binigyan kayo ng rain. Ano pa ang gusto ninyo? Even with these words, it was hard for Paul and Barnabas to keep the people from burning cattle in an act of worship to them. Gusto pa rin silang sambahin. Kahit i-explain nila ni Paul, buhay pa si Paul dito ha, tsaka si Barnabas. Kahit i-explain nila na huwag silang sambahin, sinasamba pa rin sila. Ayaw nila, hindi pwede silang sambahin. Sila na mismo nagsabi. Ngayon, may mga taong sumasamba kay Paul tsaka kay Barnabas. Ha? Hindi lang si Paul, si Barnabas, si Peter pa, si Marian. Marian pa, Elizabeth pa. Sino ba si Elizabeth? Pati si Joseph. Lahat na lang ng nasa Bible, gusto niya nang sambahin. Ha? Hindi ganon. Ang i-worship natin, si Jesus Christ, tsaka si Almighty Father. And they want to be worshipped in spirit and in truth. Hindi gagawa ng mga idols dahil ang mga idols, madumi, gawa ng tao. At anywhere we can pray to our Father because He lives in our hearts. Pati na rin si Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. Hindi ba may nakakaintindi kaya? Mahal na mahal tayo ni Almighty Father up to now. Bakit? Up to now, mahal na mahal tayo ni Almighty Father. At binibigyan niya tayo ng warning. Dahil we are in the last days. Binibigyan tayo ng warning. Napapansin niyo ba, paikli na ng paikli ang oras, ang araw, paikli na ng paikli, napapansin niyo? Yung mga tao, lovers of money, yun ang sign, lovers of money ang mga tao. Selfish, greedy, nagiging mas masama ang mga tao. Kung noon masama ang tao, mas lalo na ngayon. Maraming mga scammers. Kung noon mga konti-konti lang, mga robbers lang, and thieves, no? Ngayon scammers na, over the internet, malawakan na, global na ang pangloloko. Corruption, malala na rin. Pati na yung mga lindol, mga flood, yung mga nangyayari sa mundo na hindi kayang ipaliwanag ng science, yung earthquake, lahat na lang nangyayari na sa atin. At pag malapit na dumating si Jesus Christ, mas madalas mangyayari ang flood, ang lindol, calamities, mga sakit ng mga tao. Nakalagay sa Book of Revelation. Kaya pinaghahanda tayo ng tatay natin because of Jesus Christ's second coming. He loves us. Kaya binibigyan tayo ng warning na ngayon dapat na tayo bumalik na sa tatay natin. Let's go back to our Father. through Jesus Christ, the only mediator. Si Jesus Christ lang, walang iba. Hindi si Peter, hindi si Paul. Lagi ko nababanggit si Peter tsaka si Paul kasi sila lagi yung mga gusto ninyong tawagin. Pati si Marian. Mary. Mary. Gusto nyo laging tawagin. Walang ginawang miracle si Mary. Kaya lang siya nabuntis is because of the Almighty Father. No? Yung Holy Spirit, nilagay sa womb niya si Jesus. Ang participation ni Mary, ginamit yung kanyang womb. And after that, what else? Hindi siya nakagawa ng miracles. At meron pang nagsasabi, no, hindi, kasi si Mary, siya yung nakikiusap kay Jesus kasi mainit ang ulo ni Jesus. Hindi mainit ang ulo ni Jesus. Sino siya kasi nungalingan yun. Kaya nga friend nga tayo ni Jesus, ibinigay nga niya yung buhay niya para sa atin, tapos sasabihin niya mainit ang ulo ni Jesus. Kasi nungalingan yun. Friend tayo ni Jesus. Kung sino yung nagmamahal sa kanya, yung titiwala sa kanya, yun ang tinuturing niyang brother, sister, mother. Lahat tayo kasi sa tatay natin, isa lang ang tatay natin. Si Peter, si Paul, si Mary, si Joseph, iisa lang ang tatay natin, isa lang pinanggalingan natin. Si Almighty Father. At si Jesus Christ, nung ginawa ang mundo na to, kasama na ni Almighty Father si Jesus Christ. At itinaas ni Almighty Father ang name ni Jesus above all names. Our Father gave Jesus power, dominion, and authority in heaven and on earth. And He will judge people at the last days. Kaya, gusto ni Almighty Father, we should be prepared at all times, because we don't know the time on when Jesus will be coming back. Thank you, and God loves us all so much.